Nazaire might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
Oh, no.
Well met, Sid. This is the Initiate. Ember,
At your service.
Please, just Sid.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The sergeant says you'll be evaluated.
To become a scout, yes.
I am. But I swore I'd face them.
And who would that be?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me. No magic, no support, just one man and his nut. It taught me what one man can do, and I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's
You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and...
So, what?
you haven't even... Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook. You are to find it and bring it here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial out, you'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, all without being discovered and thrown in...
Ember. Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's just...
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all this...
On my way. All right, Ember. Impressed. Me. Run like the wind. Oh. These are clean kills. Perhaps young Ember really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it. Ember, draw your sword!
I can't!
Then run! If you want him, you'll have to go through me. Blizzard! one. Of course. Scouts...
The garrison said they'd take another 100 of me pitch pots.
Those whites will think twice before attacking us again.
Adin, where is Ember?
He must have fled. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. He was nowhere to be seen.
I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but...
The right man for the... I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? Don't you tell me you breached the tower whilst...
What? Wasn't that what you... To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you there, Nazair. And he did it all on his own.
But Cid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. Well, don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
You be careful up there. If you happen to snag your britches on it.
You should have... Welcome back, Cid.
Welcome.
Yes. Well, truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not. Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim.
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Cid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior. All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember...
Wait, Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you... And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine.
I'll do. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I'll show you.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone... And if you ask me, we've been leaning... That time the curse breakers took some...
It couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? Next thing you... Chance...
Forgive me, Cid. This...
But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Remember that.
I will, Cid.
you go then.
What do you think happened to Miss...
Sid!
With what?
No. Well, yes. But that's not what we want.
It's Miss Mididol. Very strange.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there.
In the class.
That's what I said.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind.
Not long ago.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid? Oh, don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise...
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together?
Why don't I go and see if I...
You do that. She's in her...
Don't scare him.
Thanks for the... Mid.
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will!
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them. Is this really so important that you need...
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic, but not me. I've discovered how, well, almost, firsthand.
And is that a one-woman...
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, first I'll need oil, and not just some old drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the Tub and Crown. Refined. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light. Strong,
If it's beast bones you're after.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're...
I should speak with one of the curse breakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
Has Mididol mentioned a new project?
I will not let them be forgotten. Sid.
Of course.
It is an honor to... My name is Herman. I've been with the I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to... Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. I was raised in an orphan, or rather, it was not a place of nurture. We were tortured until we feared, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgot. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child... Sit.
You were a good friend, but the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please.
Too dangerous for you. I'll go to Bad Bach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find it.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a...
All right.
May the mothers...
Do you suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
All right, Sid.
come to buy us around, have you?
Only if you earn it. Mid needs a piece of light but durable...
Most bones are the same. If it's durability you're looking for,
I do. Will any all that...
Well, but don't expect to...
I'll keep that in mind.
There's something about it.
You alright?
Something troubling you?
No more than usual. It's just... Eda's baby will be...
I'm sure she'd like that.
Back in the north. Family... I'll let the little tykes know that...
So? What?
The problem is that...
Is there anything I can do to help? All right then.
A good look...
Not just then.
No. One made from the feather. There's nought lucky. Thing is, they're hot.
Only the big day is fast approaching.
That or the bird whose horse it's attached to, aye.
Well, there's no shortage of those passing through Martha's. I think I might make that my first port of call.
You're a good friend, Clive.
It's oil. After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all. This should be enough. Let's go. Run like the wind. Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgor, where would you hide? Looks like we found him. Nice try. Okay. get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
There's something about it.
Mid?
Ah, you make it sound like
Tell me,
it's most of what I need. And a cogwheel. Gear's that small are a bastard to make, and I may have...
Wait, the children. But now that I think about it, they didn't use it. When we...
The young'uns? But why would the... You know, I'll keep working on the model. You...
Sid! Is Mid still hiding?
She wasn't. She's just busy working.
A new invention? Is it an egg?
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs a brass gear. A tiny one.
Oh, the one you forgot!
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then all the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds.
That's...
Look! I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more pot.
That's all for now. But I'll let me...
Thanks, Sid.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Well?
They did.
Will it work?
What exactly are you going to...
Only the most The wings aren't going to move on their own. But, well... That should do it. Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes, children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Of course, if I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat. My dad always said, but it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it? And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns.
I'm sure you do.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet?
Your Grace.
Cyril.
You found... Yes. If you would do us the honor, my lord.
An inheritance.
It would seem the late Archduke penned this...
The day before we left for Phoenix Gate.
What are these plans? His plans for the duchy, Your Grace. Your father entrusted them to my predecessor. The complete emancipation of bearers is their stated... But your father's dream did not end there. His Grace also, with the blight spreading ever more widely across the twins. Archduke...
He wished to see men and bearers treated as equals. Small wonder he did not think it achievable.
But he thought it achievable nonetheless. Nor would he have entrusted those who would have stood with you, shielded you.
It's a pity only they are still with us.
'Tis true that those most but one at least remains.
What do you mean?
Mayhap it is better that, after all, the duties entrusted to me by my predecessor extended.
And where is this woman?
She awaits you in the archive.
Thank you, Cyril. Shall we then?
My lord, your grace. I hardly recognize you. I am Goditha, retainer of House Rosfield, loyal servant to the Phoenix and his shields. Your father, the Archduke... when entrusted me with the delivery of a gift. I only hope you can forgive my
Lift up your head, Lady Goditha. You have our gratitude for your service.
I merely did my duty, as any proud Rosarian would.
My lady, what exactly is the gift?
As I'm sure you know, it has long been the custom for...
Indeed it has. Our father often spoke of the day when our turn would...
And had he lived to see it, he would have presented you with the treasures I bear. Alas, he had intended to claim the Heartstone with which each are, but it was not to be. And
I see.
It saddens me to bring... It was your father's wish that you be presented with the... But with his grace long since gone, and the stone left on... You are grown men now, and while I would not presume to insist upon your claiming the Heartstone, I know that nothing would have...
Thank you.
What say you, Clive?
What else? Of course, my lady.
Oh, I am much obliged.
Do you know where we might find this?
I do. Though it may be a mat, it is found in the bellies of elder griffins. We do at least know where to find one. A certain... You are most perceptive, your grace. In answer to your... In fact, this is the very same beast your father meant to slay. Were you to slay it in his stead, as men...
What say you,
What else? Titan's Wake is to the south of here.
Faster! Eyes peeled, Joshua.
There it is.
The House Rosfield. Is this the Heartstone?
I expect Lady Goditha will know.
Thank the Griffin is...
And the Heartstone?
Yes. This radiant lust. Thank you, my lord. Your father would...
Lady Goditha.
Thank you, Cyril. I will be with him. If you would excuse me, I shall... The armbands are prey. Take them. Heartstone is harder and more enduring than garnet, and the graven vines encircling the stone.
It's a message. Father knew we had enemies both inside, enemies who would thwart his vision.
And only if we stood together, as Phoenix and...
Indeed. His Grace knew, but this was more than... It was a promise.
Thank you for remaining the steadfast
Forgive me, my lady, but there is something I don't quite understand. The Undying told me that after Father died, Mother claimed, or even if the armbands were incomplete, she would surely not. So... how?
Because I was the keeper of the vault. Though I was but a lowly servant of the deep love he had for both. In the days before the disaster at Phoenix Gate, I discovered that the Duchess had ordered her jewellery be sent away from the castle. It was then I tried to warn your father, but when word of the fire reached Rosalith, I knew my time was short. So
and thank the Fountain.
Yet my duty to your father was incomplete. Not knowing what else to do, I followed, and so my pursuit continued. He informed me that His Grace's will had been recovered.
Lady Goditha.
As do I.
Thank you, my lord, for coming back to us.
The bands suit you well. It must be gratifying to finally receive the inheritance that was denied you for so long.
It is.
If you would permit me to play my part a little longer, might I suggest that you make your way to your father's memorial? Let him see that you have received his blessing.
I suppose it would be church. What do you say, Clive?
I think we should. I was hoping to be able to offer him...
Your father's helm is enshrined since the day we recovered it. I prithee claim it. For it too is a part, and I do not doubt that your father would prefer...
Thank you, sir. Come on, Clive.
Not a scratch on them. Have you noticed the Elder has been coughing less of late?
Here's the scraps you were after.
Lord Marquis?
What is it?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the... He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard...
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash? A continent teeming with orcs and Akashic?
Fully cognizant of the risk, I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any other. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, for as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man.
But Ash is a big place.
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him, Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind. Go then, with my hopes.
Ready, go? Faster!
This be Mickleburg.
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough. What is going on?
Ah. Did you...
Heed the call? No, to be honest,
is that so?
What are you doing here?
It is my home.
You keep saying that.
They came here to perform the rite. This village, where they shall cast their souls upon...
Give themselves.
Oh, Lord, let us free us from the torment of this...
They want to be... Forgive me. But did it...
You mean the traveler from Stone? Yeah.
Thank you.
They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the Third Chair still lives. Let's go and find him.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. Lord Rosfield.
That's right, and you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety.
And I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill.
He said that you had failed to report.
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. You have seen them at their prayer. They devote themselves to the veneration, praying night and day that they might be rid, not that they might be granted respite from their worldly. Serve him with all. I too swore to devote my life to the service of. And so I would see it through to see these people safe, that they might do their duty to their lord.
You do understand what that...
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills, and I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, forgive me, my lord. But I'm... Did you hear that, my lord?
I'll go and find out what. An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something. Echoes as well.
Ready, brother?
Ready. What now? We meet again. I've killed your kind before. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did, when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment, even if they must become a Kashyyyk in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
They are saved. I should get this reported.
My Lord Marquis, I am glad to...
I met with your third chair, Cyril.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life...
Then he perished defending liberty. For the right to choose how one died.
Sid would agree.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect. It matters not how misguided others might judge, only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. For better or worse, that is our
But he didn't die for your creed, and you still believe that what he did...
I believe we of the Undying are not slaves, and this was his will.
I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who fought. They died serving my house. That is my duty.
Of course, I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs. My lord, it had the greatest honor of my life. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. And were they here, I have no doubt but that...
It's usually me making demands of...
First the skies, then the crystal.
Yep. What do you want? Should last you a good while. And?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I received...
Ah, yes.
You spoke of making amends with Dion.
Then I should begin by telling you that This was some years ago, of course. At that time, I was counted among the foremost to supervise, all to ensure that the future Emperor had a firm grounding in, well, Alas, our time together was cut short. I had not expected to meet with him again.
Have you spoken with him?
No, His Highness always seems so preoccupied. Especially when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guild weighs heavily on him, but as you say, that was Ultima's...
When I first met him, it was not guilt, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it. It is one of my greatest regrets, that I own, and what he truly needed, the blame for Dion's transgressions.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me... Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower... Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is...
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots those which grow in the wild differ. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait. Whether they still survive there, I know.
It's all right.
Thank you, Clive.
Run like the wind.
Unwavering will and an unbreakable bond. Do you really think we're strong enough?
To save the world? Of course. To have overcome Father's political enemies? Of that I'm less certain. Especially knowing what we know now. What Mother was truly capable of. Perhaps these bands would have helped. Knowing he was with us would have made all the difference.
He's just back there. Father always fought for what he believed was right. It wasn't until that night at Phoenix Gate that I realized I had never fought for anything. I always had someone else to do the fighting for me.
I'm matter how fate conspired against him, he never lost heart, never looked back, never stopped fighting. To me, he was the greatest of men. And I've been trying to live up to his ideals ever since.
We all have, Clive. We all have. And we'll keep trying. Because that's what he would have wanted.
What he would have done himself. Even if it meant standing against the very gods in the heavens.
I shall be borrowing this, Father, if I may. That you might watch over us as we follow in your footsteps.
We won't lay you down.
Onward then.
Onward.
And to a new beginning.
Good girl. Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Too slow. Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a month.
Ready, go?
Quiet. Time to fight. All right. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here. Disposed of. Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry. This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. Forked white tree. This must be the place. Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. This must be the registry. So many names. This place was... But where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. Nice try. It's over. I'm done here. Let's go.
I hear that you... Did you by any chance?
I did.
If the bearer... The director was a brutal man.
The registry was all I found beneath. There was no sign of a body. Or any...
I pray that at least all their names are here. My friends. I can still remember their face. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning. No explanation of all.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive? Once...
It's not your fault. See that their names live on.
I'm going to write a book. And all of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried.
suppose it's magic keeping the thing afloat?
What else could it be?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid. There's something about it.
Oarsman.
You did?
I think You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not?
Oh,
It's no trouble. Your Highness.
No.
No. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates? No. I dare not after everything I have done. I have taken countless in all because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see...
Then that is all the more reason to test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him.
I must, at the very least, offer him very well, then.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world
quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear not to mention the wyvern tails. I shall
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why? These flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. And
what's this?
A Stolas quill. Or more precisely, my. It is said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto. So consider this, that one day you may put.
Well, and that, thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you. What subject shall we consider today?